Hi, I'm Anita, and I have two identities. On one hand, I'm a successful businesswoman living a fast-paced life in the city. On the other, I'm a completely different person, living in a small town where I can escape from the stress of my everyday life. My two identities have never intersected until now, and what's about to happen will change everything. I was on my way back from a business trip, ready to escape to my small town and forget about work for a while. But as soon as I stepped off the plane, I saw him, Tom, my high school crush and the town's bad boy. He's the complete opposite of the person I am in the city, but just as irresistible. We got to talking and catching up, and he suggested we grab a drink. I agreed, unable to resist the pull I always felt towards him. As we sat at the bar, I couldn't help but feel like I was back in high school all over again. The electricity between us was undeniable. "So, what brings you back to town?" Tom asked, breaking the silence. "Just needed a break from the city," I replied, trying to play it cool. "Well, I'm glad you're back. It's been too long," he said with a smirk. And just like that, the night took a turn. We ended up back at his place, our bodies entwined as we gave into the passion that had been building between us for years. It was explosive, just like I remembered. But the next morning, everything changed. Tom told me he knew who I really was. He knew about my double life, and he wasn't the only one. The whole town knew. I was in shock, but Tom reassured me that he wouldn't say anything. He told me that he understood what it was like to have secrets, to have a life that wasn't as simple as it appeared on the surface. I was torn. Part of me wanted to run back to the safety of my life in the city, but another part of me was drawn to Tom and the life I had in this small town. I had to make a choice, and it wasn't an easy one. In the end, I decided to stay and confront my past head-on. I came clean to the people in the town, telling them the truth about who I was and why I had two identities. It was a difficult conversation, but in the end, they accepted me for who I am. Tom and I grew even closer after that, and soon we were inseparable. He showed me a side of life that I had never experienced before, and I fell in love with him all over again. Our relationship was passionate and all-consuming, but it was also filled with understanding and trust. In the end, I learned that the past can't be erased, but it can be overcome. I learned to embrace all parts of who I am, and I found love in the process. I may have two identities, but they both lead me to the same place: happiness. That's it. That was my story. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to not miss the next one. See you soon.